we're squares.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Bar20, a player-hater gaming production. My name is Brandon Ross, and I will be joined here shortly by some very good friends of mine to where all of us together come together on a virtual tabletop to play the world's greatest role-playing game, Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. Before we get started, I do have a couple of quick announcements to make for myself. I know I want to touch on our follower status. I don't know where we're at. It's like 130 and growing beyond my comprehension. But I will say that when we hit 200, and should we hit that 200 before a very special announcement, we're going to have some fun giveaways. And I don't want to tease too much on it because I have given some good information to my social media team. So before I give away too much, we're going to switch over and get them in here. Hello, table.
Hi.
I hope all of you are well. I hope you're ready for tonight's episode. Has some great things planned. But for quick announcements, social media team, Miss Kelly, Miss Annie, please take it away.
All right. Join our stuff. Join our Facebook. Join our Instagram. Just join it all.
I watch our TikTok because we're really lonely over there.
Yep.
Like really lonely.
Yeah.
You're lucky I got Twitter. I'm not getting to.
Oh, come on. I'll
just
drag
a
you to the
boomer.
dark side. I'll drag you to the
Yeah,
dark side. It's okay.
definitely with the AMA coming out, we are going to be hitting all our platforms with the Ask Me Anything. So if you have a question, what was the hashtag, Andy?
It's either hashtag AMAPHG or hashtag PHGAMA because Brandon
will
said
get that
one and we
figured
used
out.
another one.
will-
Whatever one you guys want to
Well,
use.
it
And
doesn't
don't
matter.
let my
We'll use both.
mistakes
Okay.
falter
We'll
upon
use
the
both.
community. I am sorry.
I will
use
keep a
both
track
and
on
everything.
Oh, thank you so much.
Ultimate, I have some news now that we have Relden. We are going to be doing something a little different on Sundays with our rebroadcast. Wild Cards campaign will be rebroadcast at 2 p.m. on Sunday, Central Standard Time, correct? I
Yes.
wrote that down,
Yes.
correct? Yes.
Yes.
And then Relden will be 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everything. Andy, is there? Just join our stuff, okay? We put a lot of work into it. Tell us
Come
we're
hang out with
doing a
us on
good job. Tell
Discord.
us we're doing a good job. We need validation, okay?
Yes,
We
we do.
have tons of fun in the Discord for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Definitely come there.
Tons of fun.
I think that's it.
Alrighty then. Let me double check everything real quick, but y'all did hit it. I will put out a little spoiler alert teasers here. I am currently having some conversations with some particular people and planning to bring some, how do I put this? Interesting fun to this stream. And I look forward to making that announcement more official very soon. But until then, stay tuned. Keep a watch out on our social media platforms because when that comes out, we're going to make sure it is loud, proud, and broadcasted at the highest level. But announcements out of the way, we're going to skip quickly to things I forget a lot, and that's going to be using your help dice. A way for the community to be able to give back to the stream and feel like you do have a say directly into the story of these fantastic adventurers I am surrounded by on this table platform. So, what it is if you have your channel points accrued and you want to give some help dice to our players, I allow you to use those channel points, and they get a D4 to use on any D20 roll except their death saving roll. They can each hold 3 of these. So around the table real quick, who needs some?
Ha! Yes.
Tam
I would
needs
expect
some.
nothing else.
If
You
I'm
can-
expected to actually talk today, I'm going to need help.
Kelvin could use 2, please.
Calvin can use 2. All right, Tam, how much do you need?
3.
3? Gosh, empty. Isa? You're good? You're good.
I'm always good.
Higher. How you looking?
I'm fantastic.
You're solid?
I
All right.
take that 0 and I love it.
Oh my god. Drifting Snowflake, our amazing tabaxi.
I'm good.
You're good. And our I want to stab that guy way over there, Cathalia.
I'm good. I'm
Okay. Well then, let's get into tonight's episode of Bar20. Over the last few weeks, we have watched as our adventuring party, the Wildcards, have picked up a new member, shortly joining them after the incident in Greca, to where there was a disturbance to the ritual being performed there by the druids to reinvigorate a structure known as the Green Line, a jumble of vegetation that was built as a wall between the centralmost continent and the southernmost region to separate the desert from the grasslands and hopefully keep the desert where it belongs. This is the thinking behind this. Some few things went awry. Some creatures attacked, and this large sphere seemed to cover the whole area and almost block off any entrance or exit to the ritual. Dispatching of the creatures, destroying the crystal. They soon found themselves wandering, not aimlessly, but with new purpose, until Isa joined them, stating he could pinpoint or at least give them direction as to what was happening with this sphere that had encroached upon the ritual. There was something awry with the planar veil. Knowing that there were certain places you could potentially manipulate or strengthen the veil, they began their journey towards Matol, running into a fellow merchant that they had met in Raitul. They traveled with him as he was assailed by creatures seemingly comprised entirely of black ink. Though they had fur and tusk and claw, almost all of them were made by this strange black ichor substance. Especially the creatures, they made it to the desert capital, to where now they find themselves curiously quasi-employed by a mistress of influence over the city, being one of the three great houses, stating she would allow them access to where they needed to go within the city, should they do a job for her, asking to dig up some dirt on one of the fellow houses who seemed to have ran a rather clean business, while the other two that ruled over the city were not so straight and narrow. They seemingly accepted the job and moved on to really ask themselves if they wanted to. Coming into contact with an old ally of Isa through a Goliath named Compassion, Pyre found a kindred spirit through way of fist, blood, and sheer brutality upon one another. When the dust settled, Pyre was unconscious, but alive. A contact time was made, a place, and they rested. They awoke, made their way to the local library that was possibly the only library and the greatest public library available in this desert capital. They began to go outward to their own areas of research, and that is where we pick up. Any of you who wishes to go first, you are more than welcome to, but I will say, Wildcards, the table is yours.
Thanks, guys.
Well, you're the
Sort of a
only
head
one, so you go.
start.
All right, fuck it. I was about to say, Cathalia, you ready? So,
Yeah,
all right,
let's
so
go.
I think we made it by time to these. At least travel.
I thought we
to the
made it to
second.
the stairs.
Yeah, so we're going up the stairs, I guess. And
Okay,
Pyre's
did you
gonna kind
notice-
of look.
There's the two stairs in the far back corners that just kind of spiral up in a tighter
Yeah.
spiral, but they do lead upwards.
All right. I kind of look back and I see Cathalia is like following me, and I'm all like, "Oh hey, come to help me."
Yeah, of course.
All right, well, come on. And keep on walking. She said midsection, right?
Yes, you did. As you begin
think
to
so.
move through the library, past the 10, 12-foot tall bookshelves, you notice this main floor here that you've come into, where you actually, it's kind of like a subfloor. It's about half a floor down. As you entered, you went down a platform of steps.
Okay.
But the bookshelves arranged neatly, again, probably about 10, 12 feet high, kind of depending where they are. Sturdily built. I would say with your passive, it's more easy enough to tell that this is a nice library. It's not like it's an ancient or decrepit. It is definitely well kept. While some of the books you pass definitely look older, I would say that Cathalia, you would be able to pick up just in passing that some of the bookshelves are newer. While the books are not, the shelves you kind of see sometimes they have been replaced probably. But in the back, either corner you choose to go to, you are more than welcome to ascend to the second floor.
We're going up. Pyre wants to find some stuff out. She's determined.
Okay. As you are moving, you don't notice hovering probably about, I'd say, 6-7 feet behind you is that about probably that big sized iron sphere with a singular glowing eye upon it. Just following you.
Okay.
Like the one that's following Snow.
Yes. You notice as your party begin to split off, I'm not really sure where they came from. They just kind of
Just show up? Okay.
Yeah. It's not like they seem to just appear out of existence, but they do seem to be off in a distance and then come towards you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Heading upstairs, both of you please give me a perception check.
Skynet is real.
It's literally what
God.
Arcane net.
Why is my
11
check
and 6. Okay.
That eye
With
is
those-
freaking me out.
Yeah.
Am I going to jail again? I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. Oh. You head upstairs, and what both of you notice is that it's less open up here. This definitely seems to be a more function over form floor. It's not tight walkways, but they are more narrow and more structured, whereas the first floor was a little more open, a little more what you could probably would guess as general knowledge, general things. This is beginning to get into the specialized knowledge, or at least the first level of it. I believe it was discussed with the party earlier based on some very good insight checks via Snow, I believe, that the higher up you go,
That
the
was me,
more...
Actually.
Was it you? I couldn't
Yes, it
remember.
was
I'm so
me.
sorry.
No.
Well,
I was
through
gonna say, I don't think it
very,
was me.
very
Nope,
good...
because I remembered the library from
That's
Tool,
right.
So, yeah.
So based on Pyre's fantastic insight roll, because I remember it was up there. It was probably a natural 20 or a 19 or something like that.
A 19.
It was a 19. Yep. Nice. You were able to discern that in the city to where things are mostly built upward, as you get further up in a library, the knowledge is probably more restricted or specialized. On this floor, I would say with an 11, you don't notice anything locked or chained to bookshelves,
Okay.
but you are welcome to research as you see fit. How much time are you going to dedicate to this task?
How much time do you want to spend, Pyre? Are we like mid-morning right now? Are we afternoon? I can't remember now.
I'd say it is later morning. I know that there was some time spent walking around and conversing with very particular individuals, but I would say that conversation wasn't too terribly long, as it was cut short because they had to go on their way. So I would say it is late morning.
I hate the fact that this dude is literally inside of me, and I have to look at all this as she just points to the book. It's like, why can't we just have a conversation?
Do you feel drawn in a certain direction?
I don't know, do I?
Make an insight check.
Okay. No.
Actually, yeah, you feel yourself just down that way a little bit, down to the left.
I don't trust that.
You have this feeling, just it's right there. It's right. Have you? Never
Okay,
mind.
yeah. I was like, no.
All right.
I
While the
was-
two of you decide how much time you
was-
want to take, we will move on to another section of the library, if that's all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
probably like a couple minutes just looking at the books.
Yeah,
and
to
if
see
nothing
where
pops
to
out.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, both of you can roll me an investigation check, or one of you may choose to roll with advantage.
Andy, you can roll with advantage. I'm a -1 on that.
She's
okay?
never
I
answered
fucking
that
know.
question so
I
fast in her
fucking
life.
know.
Oh, geez. Here we go. God.
10,
Still
just
better
taking
than
a
what I could
few
do.
quick minutes. You don't really see anything that seems to be on the subjects of pre-current lore.
Dressal, just talk to me! And she screams at her chest.
Do we hear a shh from up the aisle?
Actually, you would kind of see this human male face kind of around the corner.
Oh, God.
Just quick, just vroom. Hey, keep it down.
And just keep looking.
John
Which
Cleese,
shows.
is that you?
Yes. Yes. We're just gonna keep looking until we find something, maybe.
Okay.
So.
And we will go around the table. So I'm just going to keep going around. Tam, who were you? You were with Kelvin, if I believe so correctly.
Yes, and I thought I tried to drag Isa with us.
I believe
No,
Isa
he
had
vamped
already
out.
jogged off to catch
Yeah.
up with somebody else.
Disrespectful bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
He actually wants
So-
to spend time with you and you say no?
Look,
Rude.
I'm the step kid. Mom said watch the boys.
Mom's to watch the kids.
Yeah.
Who still
No.
count.
And you stay with the kids. I'm going over here.
So I did what the responsible teenage son would do, and I walked away.
You went to
Walked away.
sulk in a corner. Got it. Okay.
Okay, so Calvin, you were the one that was heading off your own investigation to look for a particular book. You were given an area to at least somewhat begin in.
Yeah, and I had
believe
asked
so.
Hamriel if he would join me.
Okay,
Yep.
so as you head
Show
to this
enough.
area, would you please give me one of you? You may each roll your own investigation checks, or one of you may roll with advantage.
That's up to you, man.
We can each roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I really want to know.
You do.
Kelvin's got the
I
best
should've
roll of the
brought
night
Kelvin
so
with me.
far.
With it,
Tam, as you come down into this kind of common area and you kind of move past what looks to be a large, one would mistake it for a fireplace, but it seems to be more of just a place of light and warmth within the building. As again, you had noticed when you came in here, it was probably shares a similar enchantment to another building you've been to make it a bit cooler. So it's not exactly like a roaring fire. There's this definitely a large fire pit, but a small flame just keeping things lit and somewhat just cozy. And you seem to be a little just distracted by, why would they bother cooling it and then heating it back up? This doesn't make any sense. Why would you do this?
Now you're just spending electricity twice. What a waste.
What's
just
electricity,
put a lockbox
Tam?
on the thermostat.
Tam, what's electricity?
Uh,
It's gonna be big. It's gonna be big, right?
Yeah.
Close the doors.
Yeah.
I'm not paying to heat up the
the wave of
outside.
it's the wave of the future.
Yep.
Kelvin, as you are kind of heading off to the area you were pointed to, you do begin to see a couple of books that seem to have kind of titles you're looking for. One of them looks to be, it just kind of has this blue bound book, and it just says The Bard's Journal.
A what?
I'll
The Bard's Journal.
Oh.
Very plain title. Nothing. The calligraphy itself is rather simple.
I will pick it up
Okay.
and take a look at it.
Okay. As you begin to look through this book, you come across a bit of information about some of the roaming nomadic clans of Thavia, the central region of the continent. Mostly talking about various tabaxi groups, various elven and human groups, and then also a particular group of orcs. And it states that this person, definitely written from, looks to be kind of a flowing, odd script of third person to first person. And they had come across a particular tribe that was quite different in their practices and their ethics, seeming to live more with the land than off the land, seeming to want to roll me an investigation check. Or, excuse me, I apologize, a straight intelligence check.
It's the same. It's a -1.
Okay.
That's a 0.
Why do bards write so flowery? Why do they write things that could be very simply stated so complexly? This one's talking about light and flowers and taking care of things. Why doesn't it just state things easy?
Why don't they just get to the details?
Right?
Skip the
Essentially,
details.
yes.
Because the devil lies in the details.
I can't make heads or tails of this. Tam, can you look at this and see if there's anything you can...
Yeah, let me take a look, man.
Yeah, here, and I'll hand him the book.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
Make an investigation check. You do recognize the handwriting.
You want to DM me who the handwriting is?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right.
You have seen this handwriting before.
Okay.
You have sat alongside this particular person. You've shared drinks with this person.
Okay, got it.
This person was a bard of tales, a bard of... One would say he was rather valorous in his efforts. Trained of blade and of text. And he speaks of a very particular clan name, and he accounts the details of the stories, the travels, and the fall of the Morning Fang clan.
For
It
my
is written-
own notes, how do you spell morning? Like morning as in like dawn?
One word, Morning Fang, yes. It accounts details that you are unfamiliar with and familiar with. Through the text, through the calligraphy, through the stories, through the almost thieves' cant like text. Not enough to be specified as a language, but through its colorful words and telling of a story, you understand the purpose of why it's written the way it's written. But it is written a very particular way to keep the details from being too specific, but it does account the travels and the non-existence of this clan as they roamed through the northwestern grasslands of Thavia.
Does it mention any specific names or details?
It mentions a great catastrophe of forward, and it speaks a lot of a familiar figure, the Lady of Justice, particularly the blind Lady of Justice, and how justice is blind and the evidence must be weighed. Sometimes the evidence presented can be so forward passionate that it is enough to drive force and enough to cause action. But in the aftermath, things are then weighed and the scales become heavier.
Will relate a good bit of that to Kelvin and talk about, just kind of describe what his clan was like and what they did and about the downfall, and tell him that I recognize the handwriting. I knew that bard. That bard was an honest man to the best of his ability. And it was a real shame.
It doesn't.
Tragedy.
There's no
What?
more.
What specifically are you looking for, Kelvin?
And I will relay the information that I got about a singular person standing in front of a tent after everything got slaughtered. That's what I was shown in a dream, in a vision.
What were you told of that figure?
They're still alive. They're still out there. That's everything.
Were you told that they were responsible for the slaughter?
Yes.
Or just that they were there?
That they were the one that they were responsible for the majority of the entire thing.
Kelvin, what
That's
is
it.
it specifically that you're seeking?
Answers.
What answers?
What happened? Why? How could somebody hate so blindly? What would cause somebody to destroy peaceful people?
Fear? People fear what they don't understand and they hate what they fear.
Maybe they should take the time to learn.
Sorry, my friend. I'm sorry this didn't have more answers for you.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and just be like, thanks for your help. I wouldn't even know this much without you. You're a good friend. And we should probably see what the rest are doing.
Yeah, let's go find him. I will
Okay.
put that book back.
Okay. Snow, as you head off to the area that was kind of just pointed out to you by the female elven individual, you, with your perceptions, easy to tell, unless he's trying to hide it, you can tell you're being not followed, but you are currently at a +1. He's not exactly stalking the shadows for you, but he's not,
Yeah, yeah. So, Snow is still in the thought process of trying to find out if this Pale Mistress is a reference to either a cult or a religion, or if it's, somebody's moniker. And so she's just randomly going through different books to see if she can just find the literal needle in a haystack here.
Roll me an investigation check, please.
Nope. That's a 10.
I would say after looking through the first few books, you kind of realize that where you are seems to be a kind of a general knowledge kind of place. And you take time, you go down like 3 or 4 bookshelves, you look through a few more, put them back, go to the other side of one and look through again. Most of the things here are things that are of recent tales, of recent land. Nothing seems to be speaking specifically of older deities. There are the deities in there mentioned in general passing, but nothing to what you are looking for currently. It can be found.
Okay.
Alright, so while she's doing this, what are you up to?
Isa's just kind of stalking up behind her and kind of just doing the like, I'm here if you need some help, after he sees her picking through a few books. What exactly are you looking for, Snow?
Anything. We've known about this being for, well, since as long as we've been on the road. Just a hint, a notion of what this could be.
Of which, the hag or the black
mistress.
stuff? Don't use that name.
And she is immediately turning on him.
Not in this city.
So you know this name.
Yeah, of course I know this name. Well, at least how it's used nowadays. I can only guess it's the same.
I am dragging his ass out of this building. If he is going to come willing or not is up to him.
I'll tell you. Don't look. It's kind of easy. The Pale Mistress is a loving moniker for Vivian. Not really loving. And it's one that is not used when cheering her name.
Clearly. I still want to try and drag him outside if I can.
Okay, Isa, do you resist?
Are you actually putting your hands on him? Like
Drag
physically?
right here.
I'm grabbing your wrist and trying to pull you out of this building.
Yes or no? Do you resist?
Isa's gonna resist. What are you doing? I'm trying to tell you what I know.
Seems you know a lot about everything, Mr. Sterling. If that's who you truly are. First, you know about this black ichor that only I've been able to spot, for the most part. Then you know about Validium, which we had only just come across out of nowhere, I might add. And now you know this Pale Mistress who has a cult following her trying to murder a town in her name.
That I did not know about. Are there like chairs and tables around us?
Where you're at, yeah, there would be. You're not. Do you want somewhere that seems to be off to the side, or do you want to go towards the main fire pit?
No, still off to the side where we can sit and talk.
Yeah, there's an area just not too far from you. You can head off to.
All right, I still go and sit in one of those chairs and just look at Snow. If you want, I'll. I'm not keeping anything from you. I didn't know what you knew. You didn't ask the questions. I never hid my blade from you. It was always out in the open. I do know stories and I do know tales and I know information. I'm meant to. It's part of what makes me so good at my job. Well, my job.
And what job is that exactly?
Depends what I'm being paid for at the moment. When I say job the way I do, it's not exactly what I'm doing currently. Ever since I was given this mission, I haven't taken on any more jobs except for the one that I now have to do so that way we can get into the lower part of the center city. This is the first job I've taken in a little while.
And you still have no problem taking this job, knowing who she is, and now knowing that she has people that are actively trying to harm others without apparent regard for any innocence. She nearly destroyed an entire town by trying to poison their water supply with that black garbage. And that's okay?
No, I wouldn't say it was okay at all, and I wouldn't put that on her. Was the town here in Matol, or even in Staven?
Savia.
Why? There's no point in poisoning a town outside of the power structure for her. She gains no ability.
And
It's
I
not
would
a
be
good power
likely
play.
I would be likely to agree with you if it weren't for the acolytes that were hailing her like a goddess.
I've seen a lot of people do things in other people's names. I've seen people slaughter towns in the name of great gods and deities. I've done things in the name of people that I thought were good that were definitely bad. I've done things for bad people that ended up ruining them and being great for everyone else. I can't judge it. I don't know if this same group was the ones trying to inspire loyalty to her. They may have been trying to gain her favor in a very misguided way.
I understand that we might not necessarily be on the same page. But I hope you understand the potential ramifications of what could happen if this sort of power were to go too far.
Why did you fight with me that night? Why did you decide to jump in with me and Pyre during that bar fight?
Why I froze that elf? Or humanoid, at the very least.
No, I'm talking. Why did you jump into that bar fight the night that we got into trouble with Kelvin?
Because I was defending my friend.
That's why I ask you not to use that name. I don't have the best of friends. Compassion may have been the best one I had ever made. And, well, obviously that only got me so far with that one.
For now.
I'm trying. I'm trying to play by your guys' rules. You asked me to not just do what I can do, to actually do some research and to see if these people were bad people. I'm trying to find the best and easiest solution to make sure you guys are happy with what's done.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what unfolds from here then. Mr. Sterling. She gets up and walks away.
Okay.
Don't leave me here by myself. You know I have issues. And Isa will just kind of jump up and run off behind
I get put on double watch when this happens.
She's gonna go back to scouring the shelves. But
Okay.
now I want to do something a little bit differently, since obviously now I have some idea of who this Pale Mistress is.
What do you got?
I want to see if I can find any history on Vivian now.
Okay. Seeing as how much time are you going to dedicate to this task?
At least until the group decides to reconvene, whenever that
Okay.
might be. So
So
an
we
hour
will
or
take
two,
it.
maybe?
We'll take it in 1 hour increments. Everybody fine with that? Okay.
Yep.
I
Sure.
need each respective party, except for Kelvin and Tam. We'll get to you guys in a second because I know you switched objectives, so I'll come to you in just a moment. But I need the other two respective split parties to each roll your investigation checks, and you can choose to do those, one each or one with advantage. Your choices. While you guys get those rolls for me, we'll shift to Tamriel and Kelvin. What are the two of you doing
Andy.
now that you have moved away from the book on the shelf?
Yes.
Trying to find the rest of our party, I would guess.
Who are we going after? Or who are we going to?
Gonna look up and just see a vast number of books and see no people, and just see this orb following us, just like, whoom.
Yep.
And it's just like, you just go up. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, I mean, are we finding your sister, or are we finding Snow and Isa? Or do we even look for Isa? Because we don't know that Isa's with Snow.
Let's
What do we...
find the first person we find.
Fair enough. We will start
Okay.
to slowly go up, or looking floor by floor for the rest of our party.
Are you starting on this floor, or are you going straight to the stairs?
Well, wouldn't they have heard whenever Pyre was talking?
We
and
know
seeing-
Pyre at least went
You're on
upstairs.
the second floor.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know Pyre at least went upstairs. We don't know where or how high up, but we don't know where Isa went, and we can assume Snow went upstairs, but we can't know. So we'll probably check each floor as we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're going to start with obviously the ground floor. Looking around, it is not too hard for you to find two party members of yours. You quickly find Isa and Snow after probably about, I'd say, checking every nook and cranny of the first floor. Only takes you about maybe 5-10 minutes. So Snow, as you have begun, did you already throw your inspiration dice into that roll?
Oh, no, actually. That was D6?
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh,
17.
17 total. Yeah, that'll push you into success. That'll push you right into success.
Better than the 11 I started with.
Yeah. So, Isa, how do you inspire Snow?
So as Snow is pulling books, Isa will pull out one of his instruments and just start playing the tune from Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Oh my god.
From what?
Oh my god, that movie.
Perfect. Literally perfect.
Yes.
So, Snow, as these notes are creeping into your tabaxi ears, twitch, 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 you are reaching across to grab a book, and your hand just goes just like that. You don't even know it. Maybe you slipped, you try to catch yourself, but just and you pull this rather thick tome, about that thick, out. And upon it, it reads, "The Founding and History of Matol, Volume 1. Within this book, as soon as you find it and pull it from the shelf, before you have a chance to crack the pages themselves, you see a familiar orcish form and elven form creep into your peripheral as Kelvin and Tamriel have found you. And Isa.
Ooh.
Before they walk up, as she pulls the book, Isa will whisper into Snow's ear, "Knowledge is power, Snow. Make sure you want to carry that burden with you."
My only burden will be making sure that I'm making the right decisions for the people here.
Okay, you two have that
Well,
quick
that's kind of
hush
ominous.
conversation. I'll give it to them. They seem to have a quick whispering discussion amongst themselves. You're unsure what, as the two of you approach.
What you whispering about?
I didn't know you could read.
Wow!
I know, because I'm just so old that when I was around, words weren't invented yet. It was only spoken aloud, and stories traveled from generation to generation.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's a nervous twitch. Snow
Words,
left me.
man.
Snow left me in the aisle. I'm feeling a little sensitive. I'm sorry, Tam.
You're feeling sensitive.
Kelvin's gonna put his hands together and kind of twiddle his thumbs and look away, like thought he was talking to me, but if I couldn't read the book earlier.
That's great.
You're gonna kill me.
Hold on, Kelvin, you can read too?
Yes,
Oh my god.
I can read great.
Snow just pulls the book and starts slowly flipping through it.
Okay. We'll carry over that 17 investigation check into this, and as you're reading this, it's definitely more of a text lore kind of book. This is definitely rooted deeply in fact and knowledge of the founding of Matol, and it states, as you begin to skim through it and kind of pick up on some of the details, it states that the founders of this great city had actually stumbled across what's known as the Jade Monolith. And it is about a 10 to 12 foot solid slab of rectangular jade that just comes out of the sand in this particular location. Particularly noted in the center of the city, and the city was built around it, beginning with the main spire. Finding a way to dig deep enough into the sands to actually get into some good dirt and other binding agents to make the brick and to make the stone, and then eventually finding stone quarry not too far from this monolith and began building the capital. It notes 3 families of a traveling caravan. Riveler, Farlana, and Zilmayer. It speaks particularly of a porcelain-skinned leader, a tanned, short halfling, and a plain, just run-of-the-mill human family that came together to form this caravan.
Alrighty.
As the three of you kind of watch the snow just seems for the most part begin to professionally, politely ignore you and dig into this book.
So, what'd you guys find?
Not all the answers he was looking for, but we found a little something.
It's more than what
Funny.
we had before.
Yeah. Put us on a decent track.
That's good. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. What were you looking for, Kelvin?
Just answers. These tend to get more questions, though. Some information about my past. That's about all.
You don't know about your family? Don't you and Cathalia, know where you came from?
The family before I found him and brought him to Cathalia's family.
Okay.
Snow's just absentmindedly flipping through the book and just pipes up for a split second hearing that and says, just remember, he's a green elf.
Yeah. Yeah, what she said.
It's not the weirdest thing I've seen.
I bet you've seen almost as weird of stuff as I have.
Can't even imagine, youngster.
Not sure if that's a compliment or an insult now.
Oh,
The question is, does Tam let it go?
oh God. You won the boomer check, okay?
Just because I look younger than you doesn't mean I am.
Man, look, you got a good skincare regimen. I'd love to know it.
You don't want to pay the price.
You're probably right. Is there anything to eat in here? Do you guys, is it okay to eat in here? Do you know?
Calvin's gonna reach down in his pouch and remember that he doesn't have any more jerky. Be sad.
You have the pouch, but it's not filled with jerky.
No.
Oh.
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Snow just kind of glances over her shoulder. You can probably ask that thing, the one that's back there. And she points to the floating orb behind her.
You don't talk about them.
I heard
Calvin's
if
gonna
you stop
turn and
moving,
look.
they can't see you.
Is there multiple orbs now just floating around each other?
There's currently 2 within your proximity that you can tell.
So with these orbs, how close are they to the phantasm orbs? Do these things instill creepiness?
No, they're very plain. They look like just this iron sphere that has this etched eye upon it, and that glows.
So terrifying. Got it.
Is there a speaker on this thing? Can we communicate through them?
I mean, I
Wait,
did.
we already did. Yeah, I was gonna say we already have. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Tap it. Hey.
You go to reach for it, and it just.
Don't break it. What are you doing? You're gonna get us thrown out of the library.
I'm gonna go to jail again.
You go to reach for it, it moves
You are
away
not
from
going
you.
to jail.
Like, higher.
Kevin, please don't jump for it. I'm gonna go find your sister. Just don't. Just hang out, okay?
Snow looks over at the orb that moved out of the way.
How much more time can you two spend together?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
I mean, like, for real, I didn't even get a good night's sleep because, well,
Don't worry, we fixed that, remember? You'll be with Pyre tonight.
no, we
Ugh.
I'm taking my stool again.
You're not taking a stool again. Shut up. I'll be back.
This library's
Alright.
kind of nice. I
I'm
might.
muttering to myself and hold on.
You
Let's
head
check
off.
the languages. I'm gonna mutter to myself in giant.
Okay. Shoot off. You hear, hey, keep it down. In giant.
I need to know where that came from. Like running it out.
As you come, you sit on a corner and you see what looks to be this, in the familiar robes of the library, this human male, a little on the shorter side, not necessarily younger, but just on the shorter side, kind of this shaggy black hair, a bit of like this. The only part of it that's actually put together well is this really, really fine goatee. It is like combed, waxed. His hair is just disheveled and a mess. His robes they're not crinkly awful, but they're definitely not like super clean. But just the goatee is just perfect. And he's got this book. He looks at you in giant. What? You got a monopoly on a language or something?
Oh, just surprised.
Do you need some
The
help?
librarians.
I'm good, thanks, bro. And I just go.
Does this guy
Not your
talk with his
bro.
hands like this?
Not your bro,
Not
Junior.
your bro.
Oh my god. God damn. You won the
let it go,
check.
let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I'm just gonna walk away.
Okay. During this time, I'll say probably it's been a good half hour, 45 minutes. So, Cathalia, what
Yes.
specifically with your 19 investigation would you like to attempt to uncover?
Well, I'm pretty sure we're looking for information on.
The lore of
Dressal?
Dressal, the great
Okay.
separation, if there's
Yeah.
Using
Any kids'
those
book, anything?
words to your advantage, you do come across a couple of books titled as such. One of them in this kind of green bound leather kind of tome. It's a little on the thicker side. And it states, "The Era of Singularity, a Time of Chaos." Another one you come across in this kind of red bound book, mostly like hard, like super like pressed together cloth, probably held by like, you know, various wax and glues layered and then pressed into this to make a hardbound cover. It states, "Age of Seclusion, the beginning of order amongst the chaos." Between these two books, and with about the half hour, 45 minutes to an hour it will take for the events to transpire and for Tamriel to come find you, you are able to pretty much go over a lot of the common lore of the land, mainly how when what is known as pre-written history existed, to where only tales were passed through faith and word of mouth. The area which this plane now resides was once an absolute chaotic space of all of the planes together. All of the elemental planes, all of the planes of order, all of the souls of the lost and dear departed. They didn't have anywhere to go because that hadn't been established yet. And then through an event that to this day is still widely speculated on, theorized about, taught differently for various religions or various stories, the prime deities arrived. and sought to make order out of the chaos. Through this, they chose one champion from each elemental plane or elemental area to come forth and assist in creating the planar veil. As this veil was created, and in order to establish the strength required to keep each chaotic plane of existence in its own space, each of the champions and each of the prime deities had to sacrifice a portion of themselves to the magic. And it was these portions, together woven tightly with the weave, it made the planar veil, and it created the existence of the planes. You now had a home for the elemental plane of fire, the elemental plane of water, the elemental plane of air, the material plane. Realms such as the Feywild, its crazy, rampant magics packed into a singular plane of existence now.
Oh, this is a lot.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this before.
I think I just heard like basic stuff.
Isa knows more about this than I do.
They might.
I will say with a 19, that's pretty good. It lists all the common planes, and then it just kind of seems to generalize some other smaller ones. But there doesn't seem to list any specific names of these champions in this particular tome.
Is this the first one or the second one?
That would be the one that was speaking on the... This knowledge is brought to you through the two books together. The first one spoke specifically on what is theorized and told through faith and less fact of how this space was before the veil to separate the planes was. The second one, with the Age of Seclusion, talks about an event known as the Great Locking. And this was the singular focal point to where species could survive and begin to actually have written lore. Up until this point, most things written were either destroyed due to the chaotic nature of constant war, combat, just the elemental energies just being strewn across this one space. But now that they were all safe and could survive, this is where written lore begins.
Gotcha. So kind of as we're like skimming and reading and stuff, I'm gonna do that thing where it's like I'm kind of like turned into her, but I'm not like looking at her to talk because I'm still reading. Are you okay?
Yeah, just finding out a lot. Trying to find answers is getting more confused.
You looked like you were upset earlier before we came in.
Oh god, are we going to talk about Isa again?
Is that why you were upset, or was it over something else?
Why would I be upset? I mean, I got a crystal in my chest.
It was when we were all talking outside. And then now I'm like looking like right at her.
You mean Isa sweating and
No, it's not Isa.
Tam talking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why would I be? And she's like, kind of like pausing. Why would I be upset about that? Tam talks a lot. Haven't you noticed?
I know. He does talk a lot. But it was one thing
And
that
then
you
that's
said.
whatever
That,
Pyre all of a sudden looks over. It's like, if you have something to ask, could you just ask me, please?
Man,
Not in a mean way, but kind of like, this is uncomfortable for me, so just get to the point.
Stop talking like a bard.
Yeah. Ice is already
Bard.
difficult enough.
No love, man. No love.
at least I didn't talk shit about you being a bard. I just talked shit about you being a shit person.
Anyways.
Talia found a tome of leadership in the library and bumped her charisma.
Noted.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe. Maybe.
And then like Pyre will
This-
kind of breathe and she'll be like, I'm sorry, that sounded a little rude. I just
No, you're good. You have every right to feel what you feel. Does he know that it upsets you?
doubt it. I pay attention to the feelings of monsters.
You are not a monster. You are one of probably the best fighter I've ever seen. I've never seen somebody throw hands like you do.
Yeah, that just depends on your perspective. I'm pretty sure the person who's getting hands thrown on them doesn't look at you as a hero. Pretty sure the people around you don't see you as a hero.
I'm pretty sure the people I've shot don't see me as a hero.
Zelia, you need to understand something, okay? I'm not a good person. I'm not. I know what I am because I've known since I was a child. Everybody made a point to tell me what I was, and why fight it?
You know what I see when I look at you.
This annoyed face. That she like turns to her like kind of annoyed, like what?
I mean, I get that look from Kelvin a lot. You're amazing. You don't beat around the bush. You say what you mean. And I wish I was half as good at fighting as you are. And I know you had to do that to protect yourself. And I know Tam needs to think about what he says before he says. But he's old and stubborn.
Well, yeah. Listen, I know he doesn't mean it towards me. Okay, it's just hard hearing it sometimes, you know? It's just I hear their voices ringing in my head. I remember the things that they did to me. And it makes me feel weak and I don't like it.
And keep new voices in your head. Keep mine and Kelvin's and Snow's and Isa's. Maybe Tam's can be really quiet, but it can still be there.
I know what you're trying to do. And I really do appreciate it. It's just you wouldn't understand.
No.
And I am so glad you don't. Thalia, out of this entire bunch, you were the lighthouse to us all.
Me?
Yes, you. You're just, I mean, look at you. You know,
I'm short.
you're sweet. You're caring. You know, nobody looks at you and thinks, oh, fuck, I have to hold my coin purse away from, or, oh, shit, I'm about to die, or something like that. You act like what you do doesn't matter, but it's the little things, just being there, that matters the most. You keep us all grounded.
Bad. Like last night.
I'm just saying, you know, as much I love being me, because I'm amazing, you know, but I wouldn't have mind being you, even if it's just for a little while.
I can teach you how to use a bow.
Nah, I don't want to be that you. Okay. I'm sorry.
Laying the groundwork for a Freaky Friday episode. God damn it.
If your hair was longer, I'd braid it.
I mean, you can. It's just gonna go everywhere as soon as somebody makes me mad, and you know how easy that is. I used to have long hair. You probably would have loved me then. But then I couldn't see. That's how I got the scar.
You have to tell me more details about that one.
Oh, yeah.
Say about this time the two of you are having this conversation, I would say higher, probably because of the way you're facing at this table. You see Tamriel beginning to come up the stairs, breaching the floor into the second story.
Oh, so that's how you feel about Tamriel, huh? Empire winks at
What?
Cathalia. Well, okay. That's good to know. And she like leaned back and everything. Like, oh, hi, Tam.
I will murder you in your sleep.
And I will go, bring it on.
Do I have the mental fortitude to realize they probably weren't talking about that?
Make an insight check.
Please roll, because this would be amazing.
12. Hold on. Hold on.
He'll die.
14!
Oh, come on!
14? You're a pretty handsome fellow.
Damn it. Hubris, thy name is vanity.
I mean...
Damn, Tam's feeling himself hard. He broke that trap.
Yeah.
He's having a great day.
Oh,
Hi.
man. You crazy kids.
You guys
Everything,
find whatever you're looking for?
We found some stuff. Not as much as your brother wants, but I think what your brother's after is gonna hurt more than help.
Why?
Sometimes the dead should just stay dead. Digging them up doesn't give relief, it just fills the air with putrid smell.
Tam was thinking
And
about
rot.
taking a couple classes in necromancy. Cool.
He told me that in his dream that there was the person that did that was still around. Did you see anybody when you found him?
There's a lot going on when I found your brother.
Well, we found a lot.
Yeah?
And nothing at the same time.
Oh.
Ugh. Well,
I found a headache. That's for sure.
My
I
name's
think everybody
Natalia.
found headaches today.
This is why I do not.
Everything okay? I know you couldn't have been talking about me the entire time.
About this
It'll just
time,
be a boring conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, it
I
would.
need everyone to make an insight check.
Oh, shit.
Pyre, Snow, Kelvin, make yours at advantage. Final answers?
Very nice.
I am going
hold
to
on.
magical guidance and take another
There
point.
it is.
22.
We add a help die.
Right.
If you so
If you want to.
decide, you're more than welcome to.
Leaves me only one for talking. This is not good.
So, what was the help die?
Fuck.
1d4.
D4.
Dirty 20.
And D4.
Okay.
There's
All right. With all the numbers on the screen, so I'm just going to go around the table. Snow. What did you get?
Natural 20.
For a total of...
27.
Yeah! So 27 for you. You win a prize.
Fuck.
Isa.
I didn't insight anything. I'm nervously looking over Snow's shoulder at that book.
Okay. Kelvin. 30-20 total?
Dirty 20 total.
All right, you win part of a prize. Cathalia.
Yay!
22.
You win a prize. Pyre.
16.
Tamriel.
I am fucked.
Very well. Snow, I will be tacking more onto this description because you get a natural 20. Kelvin and Cathalia, as you are in your own respected areas of this library, you begin just in this core of your chest, just this void iron weight seems to suddenly lock itself around literally the middle of your chest. Kind of like, how can I put this? The closest sensation would be to when you had that dream before you headed back home. That
Which dream?
about your parents.
Oh.
This is deep. This is dense. This is compacted and small within your chest. Something is wrong. Something is coming. A tidal wave of anticipation and fear begins to grasp the two of you. Snow, you get all of that and your keen insights and your senses as a tabaxi and as a druid. Your eyes, you drop the book and something guides you as you see in the corner of your eye this humanoid form. More human than tabaxi, but from the neck up, pure feline. Tall, long ears. You know this creature very well. It is spoken of in lore, in myth and legend for all tabaxi. This is the depicted image of the Cat Lord. And he looks at you and goes, "Over there." You snap and look. And you look in the middle of the fireplace just over it, and you see this sphere that's beginning to coalesce. And rapidly, it all comes together. And just in an instant, before you can scream out for warning, you know you've seen this before. This is a miniaturized version of what overtook the ritual at Greca. And then instantly, as you go to speak, boom, it expands, enveloping the entirety of the library. All of you are suddenly in pure darkness. Those without dark vision, which I believe is nobody actually, all of you, your sights instantly move to that grayscale. Miss Pyre, you, those tones of reds across your entire vision. This immediate shift to this kind of light. We're gonna take a break.
You motherfucker.
When we come back, we will
just
roll
real
initiative.
quick,
Yes, go ahead.
is this another instance where everybody else has been shunned out of this space and we're the only ones in it? Or
I'll
are
say
there
with
still
a
people
natural
in this
27,
space?
with a natural 2027, you notice the humans and the librarians are looking around, deeply frightened.
Okay, so they're in this space still.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I might get to meet Dressal, so yeah, that's cool.
Well, everybody, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're probably going to see a map. Just FYI.
Fuck, man. Throwing curveballs at us.
So
I
enjoy
haven't-
the break.
You mean
Get
I get to
some
use
my
water,
long
get
rest?
some snacks. What was that?
Why?
I get to use my new bow.
I haven't taken a long rest in 2 days.
Don't
Yes,
worry.
you have.
Get behind Pyre.
No, sticking around.
Get behind Pyre.
Taking a
He'll
long rest.
protect you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. So stick around or not. Go get some... Actually, no, don't stick around. Go get water. Go get snacks and drinks. We'll see you in 10 minutes. All of you had a good one.
Whoa, what is this, y'all?
Welcome back, everybody. And we are on the combat map. Alrighty then.
I've recently turned over a new leaf. I'm no longer a violence-seeking individual.
Mm-hmm.
A little
Let's
late
get
now.
this positioned
Seek that
properly.
violence.
Okay, can I just say how excited I am to see us on the battle map?
I know.
Yep.
Because it's been so
Gonna
long.
do my best to
Yeah.
make sure this new constructed scene is well placed. Definitely might be some live hot fixes. We'll see. But anyways,
Oh god, this is beautiful. I love it.
I do see it.
welcome back from the break. As I described before, a few of our individuals here, being the insightful ones in the moment, felt this odd weight come across them. And as the siblings kind of had a similar feeling to this, Snow was able to pinpoint where it was from, but before she could vocalize it, in the middle here erupted. It began small. A gray and black marbled sphere of energy began to swirl together, and then as it turned, it expanded rapidly to encompass, from what they could tell, the entirety of the library. In a moment's notice, everyone's vision immediately switched to that racial trait of dark vision. Out beyond their 60-foot limitations, everything in scales of grays and blacks, except for our resident fire genasi, whose vision was that of shades of red, and for another individual, seeing through shades of blues. I will say, I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh, I forgot to click on my thing. Woo, go
Do
fire.
not forget to click on your token. I
I
will
did
add
forget to
you.
click on
Actually, it
my-
doesn't really matter because I'm going to
Fucker.
input it manually anyway. So
Ooh, not
And that-
terrible.
And that is not gift of alacrity right there.
No, I don't like that. I'm a guidance that.
Do I use it?
How many
Do I use
guidances
a
do you
help
have?
dice? Is the
As
question.
many
People.
sorcery points as I want to use.
Ah.
And
We
then I
can
get
use
to
the help
pick which
dice
one
on
I
this,
use.
right?
For
Yes.
initiative, yeah.
All right, I'm using one of mine.
You just want to go before me, Kelvin.
I'm on the bottom floor. There's people here. I gotta go.
I gotta go so I can shoot things with my new bow.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to save lives.
I will save. Oh, hang on.
Kelvin, what was your final
I
roll
guess
there?
I'm fixing
19?
to find out. Yeah, Kelvin's was 19.
Isa?
If he chooses to take the 19.
11 is my total.
Okay, so I have Cathalia 18, Snow
Yep.
13, Tamriel 15, Pyre 23 with a natural 20, Isa 11, Kelvin 19.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Auto roll these guys. Start. Pyre, you are up first.
So nothing has popped out yet, right?
Nothing has
But,
popped out
like,
yet.
Have I was there explosion noise or something?
There was this strange, like, arcane howling
Okay.
before it kind of rapidly expanded outward.
Okay. She's gonna walk down the steps.
Okay. I would say from where you were upstairs, it's about 30 feet to get to the stairs.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna go like right there, sideways. It says 30. I have 40. So,
Okay.
kind of look around, and I'm like,
Well, it would take a bit of
No.
movement to begin to get
Yeah.
down the stairs.
yeah, because you said
So you
take
would still
30,
be,
so I did
like,
5.
Well, you would still,
Like
the
35, 40.
descent down the stairs
Oh.
themselves.
Well, as I'm going down the stairs, probably at this point, I'm like, fuck that we're in the library, and I'm like, no, Isa, just like calling out.
I will say from where you're at, you cannot see them.
I'm just calling to see if they hear me. I'm like, Kelvin, anybody?
What you can see as you're coming down the stairway is the library for itself seems to be mostly still intact. There is
Yeah.
this kind of constant low wind, but
Yeah.
nothing seems to be like picked up by it. It's just there. You can use your action if you want to continue to move to get to the bottom of the steps and then move on to the main floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I say probably, let me think here. It's probably 20 feet of stairs to get down in the spiral.
Okay.
So with your movement, you have 40, right?
Yep.
You'd have about 10-ish feet on the ground floor free to yourself. All right.
Is that right there? Yes. Nope. Gotta go back. I
5,
think.
10, just by one.
Yep. I was like, I go back.
There
by
you go,
one.
perfect.
So yeah, I'm right there, and I just wait because I am not seeing any enemies, and I'm not gonna waste a rage until
Okay.
I know there's something to hit.
Okay. Let me see here. You begin to see. Actually, let me look here. You wouldn't see this. No one would see this.
Shit.
Okay.
You didn't see anything.
Essentially, yeah. I will say, those on the ground floor, go ahead and give me a perception check. Straight roll. This is more based on hearing.
Fire is now on the ground floor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so do I need to do one as well?
please.
It was a loud pop, so
It was a loud pop. Your ears a little hurt.
yeah, it's like,
Nope.
yeah,
Nope.
it was
I would
really
say,
loud.
Yeah.
Snow, you pick up on what seems to be some kind of orders being shouted or given. What languages do you speak?
I would know Celestial, Druidic, and Infernal, besides Common.
You do not understand the language.
Did she at least hear me calling out for her?
Give me a moment while I place my tokens.
Yeah, the rest of us, we hear that, like, noise, that noise in our ear after that pop.
Question: how tall are these bookshelves?
These bookshelves range from 10 to 12 feet.
Okay.
Nice. I didn't do this. I'm just letting it be known now. This was not me.
Why do I very much feel like you're full of shit right now?
Snow is just giving him a very hard look since he said that.
You're not there, sir. This is
Well, I didn't
very
realize you were
nervous.
saying that as
Kelvin,
I
your
thought
turn.
you were
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that as you. My bad.
Yeah, no, I'm filling in the empty air right now as just Isa using free action.
Snow gives him a stink eye.
So he
Kelvin,
doesn't
I
like
will say
silence.
that with
Okay.
your passive, just before your turn comes to begin, you saw a shape dart through this area, heading north.
Through which area?
My bad.
Okay.
Got to put myself back on the main layer.
And where do we know approximately where we heard any people or remember seeing other people in this library? Is it just everywhere?
You
Or is there only a few
remember that there was, where you were at, no one was there. That's why this area was chosen. But you do remember there was people on the other side of the library.
Okay. But I would definitely turn to the people next to me. It's like, we gotta protect everybody here. I don't know what that was, but I saw something darting around a corner. Could I get on this table and try to look over some of these bookcases?
How tall are you?
I'm 6'7".
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's a pretty tall boy.
So climbing up, would that'd be difficult terrain? So that's 10 foot of movement right there.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm looking around, just taking a glance to see if I can see anything different.
Are you going to use your action to perceive?
Yes, I'll use my action to try to perceive.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Probably gonna use a help dice on this, and yeah, gonna use a help dice on this.
Okay.
Fucking piece of shit help dice.
Went from an 11 to a 12.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
From where you're at, what you can see is that there's still other bookcases blocking some of your vision, but looking over the about, I would say, there's probably anywhere from a 10 to 8 foot gap from the tallest bookshelf to the roof or the ceiling here. But from what you can see until your dark vision just cuts off is everything has been completely covered by some kind of darkness. A familiar terrain, I will say with a 12, this is extremely familiar to when you were inside that, essentially inside the veil at Greca.
All right. I'm going to I'm gonna put my hand on my chest. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points, and I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use Quicken Spell to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. So Snow and Isa, as you kind of see Kelvin walk over to this table and just real quick, just doom, doom, get his large orcish frame on top of it. You hear, table kind of bows a little bit, makes a couple of cracking noises.
I'm over the leg.
Okay. You stood on a corner piece. I'll give it to you.
Watch the whole thing
Just a couple sounds of weight, and then you see this, what looks to be, for just a moment, this kind of light blue sheen of arcane plate mail just kind of gloss over his body before vanishing as he casts mage armor upon himself. You don't know what he saw, but he's beginning to take those defensive precautions.
Yeah, just it's dark like it was. Everywhere's dark, and then I will just jump back off the table. There's another 10 feet.
Okay.
And then move right here.
Okay.
No, I'd move right here so I can get closer to Isa and Snow.
Okay. End of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Cathala, your turn.
I will go as far as I need to get to the staircase.
All right, it's 30 feet. 20 feet down.
I'll be at the top of the staircase because I've got 35 feet of movement, and I will have my bow ready. But can I see anything from the top of the stairs?
For 60 feet, what you can see is Pyre.
Okay.
Aside from the bookshelves, the statue, things like that. Nothing that seems to be out of the library normalcy, aside from the current condition it is in.
Okay. Hey, well, I'm at the top of the stairs and I have my bow ready.
Okay.
My lightning bow.
Are you ready in action?
Yes.
What action are you going to keep ready?
I will shoot anything that harms, at this point, myself or Pyre, because obviously it's me, and then I can see Pyre.
Okay.
Anything hostile.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope. That's all I can do.
It's not the best time for round 2, Isa. Don't come running at me.
Pyre, as you are looking around, I'm sure you probably have your crate sword ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I grabbed that as soon as the lights went out.
Okay. You have that keen sense as a warrior of the Colosseum, and it's oddly familiar for you to be in this kind of situation, because a lot of times for the extra gold you would do surprise rounds or surprise fights to where you didn't know what you were going against. Definitely worth the money, but definitely gave you some scars. But it granted you this keen sense of combat, and you pick up on a familiar sound of goom, 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 as this sound of a large, two-legged, armored creature comes around this corner here and begins to charge you with what looks to be a large, double-handed greatsword of this curved, almost fang-like material. What is most notable about this creature is that, I'd say with your passive, it's easily discernible that everything that is this creature is of some kind of black substance. It almost has like a sheen to it across its entire form. And I mean like its entire form, from tip
like
of the sword to tip of the boot.
Like
oily,
it looks
yes.
Oily, yeah. Okay.
Yes. There are still details. There's still armor pieces. There's still nose, eyes, ears, sword, sharpness.
So it looks
but it
like
seems to be made of this oily material.
Okay.
On fire. Wait, don't. There are bugs.
Yeah.
Tam, your turn.
Someone set us up for failure here. Okay, I'm gonna run to the stairs.
30 feet.
And I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
How much of a distance is it from, like, how it's curved? Is that how steep a drop is it? Like, if I were to try and go over the edge to land below, not all the way down, but to land from like where I'm standing to the spot in front of me to jump that.
That would
pull down swing.
Like to leapfrog it down. How far would that be?
About 8 to 5 feet.
Okay. Would I be able to do that with a? Would I be able to do that in an acrobatic fashion and not get hurt?
Yeah, roll me acrobatics check.
Sure. That is actually a dirty 20.
Okay, easy enough for you. As you come down, you quickly see Cathalia is kind of like blocking the stairs. You're like, not waiting for you. And you jump over the railing, grabbing one-handed with it, and you just swing down and land on the next layer down.
Cool. I want to do it again.
You still got about 5 feet to get...
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to do it again?
I'm going to do it again to land there. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And just like kind of continue that
Actually,
momentum?
no, we'll keep that going. You
sure?
You just... Yeah.
I mean, I can roll it again.
It's a 20. You're good. You
Okay.
land, and then you're like, still not waiting. Land again.
Yep. From there, I will... Now that's going to be at the edge of my vision, I believe. Would I see the creature that is engaged with Pyre right now?
You would, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to swap to my longbow,
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
13 for 12.
13 does not hit.
Okay, let's try it again. 26 for 12.
26 hits.
There we go. We're going to start that shit right. Okay, and that is my movement, that is my action, that is my bonus action. I am done.
What kind of arrows did you use?
I don't have enchanted arrows, so they're
Okay.
regular rinky-dinks.
Snow. Your turn. Isa, you are next.
But you said snow. I was like, no, your turn. No, I just finished my turn. Okay.
Would I be able to hear any sounds of combat going on from that far away?
All right. I'll ask you a question. Are you going to use your action to perceive, or do you want to try for a quick roll?
Can I question your question?
Sure.
Is the cat lord still in that corner, or has he disappeared by now?
Gone.
Of course, fucking figures.
I told you what he had to tell you. Look over there.
They never stick around for the
Of
important
course I
shit.
don't.
He has things to
You
bat off
actually-
shelves.
You can actually
Yeah.
hear the cat lord scratching his claws on the carpets.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'll do a quick roll.
All right. It will affect a DC, but go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Can't be any worse than the one I got before, right? Not bad. 21.
21. Okay. You hear what seems to be just a quick, like, twang of metal against metal. All right, so you are up next.
Yep.
I am going to probably have this backfire on me, but I'm doing it anyway. I am casting Conjure Animals, and 8 panthers appear around Snow. So,
Okay.
there's one there.
Get wrecked, nerd.
There's one there. There's one there. There's one there.
While she's doing that, for the viewers at home, I will quickly expand this token so you can see what Pyre sees that's
That is
rushing up to her.
terrifying, sir.
It is terrifying.
Man,
What are you talking
gotta
about?
do that. Why you gotta do that?
He's smiling and everything. I
Why
was
you
like,
gotta
"Aw,
do that? And what
are
is
you my
she
new
casting?
friend?"
I will
Alright,
say,
so-
as you see Snow piling on these
It's not
characters,
Panthers.
if you weren't
Why is
watching
this
last
so
night's
weird?
episode of Universe of D&D, you will know this is why I love druids. That's all.
Oh yeah, we just break the game.
That is
they
a
get their own
well-made-
initiative.
Which I will just ask you to remember. Or if you want, they can go directly after you in order.
It
I will
doesn't
let you-
say that it goes off of my initiative, but
Yeah, instead of
mean,
rolling
if
and
it-
keeping all of them separate, if you want, you are more welcome to have them go directly after you, just in order.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Well,
So
they
we'll
act-
roll
they would
it
act
that
as a
way for any
group.
time you cast this kind of spell.
With that in mind, since that is an action to cast, let me just double check this real quick.
It does say roll initiative for the group, and it has its own turn. They act as a group.
And I guess they
I think I'm
wouldn't
going to
get
make
a
the call to
bonus.
keep it simple
so-
here.
They obey any verbal
River have to
commands,
roll?
no action required. Sweet. So that's
She
not even a
might.
bonus action. I am going to have these panthers go in pairs, and they are just gonna spread out and start, like, combing the library.
Pick somewhere and lay down.
Could be
Do
22.
they
a lot
have-
of people just absolutely
30?
terrified.
Do they have... Hold on, real quick. Do they have dark vision?
Good question. It doesn't say, but they're fey creatures.
I would think
So-
so because Panther.
I mean, if you're
Yeah,
going
but-
off of, like, the base, like, character sheet, then a panther...
I believe they have
Does
keen
not.
senses where it's
Yeah.
hearing and smell, but they
Just
don't
smell.
have. No, just smell. So
Yeah,
they'd
they
be
don't
able to
have dark
smell
vision.
things out, but they don't have dark vision.
Correct. Oh, they get 50 feet of movement. My bad. Hang on. They're going further.
Okay.
35, 40,
Knowing they don't have dark
45.
vision, do you still want to summon them?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm relying on them to use their other senses to find their way.
Okay.
So
Give
this
me...
one...
Well, hold on.
Up there.
We're going to bring those two back.
Aw, okay.
I know. But it is for... As those particular two come around, give me a perception check, please. And this is for
Individual or for the pair together?
Do they have advantage on scent for keen senses? That gives them advantage on smell.
Yes.
Yes.
Then 2 advantage rolls, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
Make sure we give you everything you are. Oof.
That one did real bad. That one's better.
That one did great. So the furthest one out was unable, I would say, this one here. Am I on the right layer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one here doesn't sense anything. But this one, as it begins to come around a corner, it does pick up on the scent of something.
Okay.
And I'll say with a 25, it seems like a rather potent scent.
Okay. So
And these creatures, do they have a telepathic link back to you?
No.
Okay, so they just
They are
smell
on their
something.
own.
Okay,
Correct.
gotcha.
then-
For Panther 5, another advantage perception check, please.
This is doing exactly what I wanted it to, by the way.
18.
Great.
It picks up a scent. In that area.
Cool. Then 2 more. The furthest they can go.
I had to move one of yours because it was on my token.
All good.
So as it comes up, it actually kind of like
Bumps into it.
yeah. If it moved, I will say this: if it moved within its movement to still have an attack, it can make an attack at disadvantage. Because it would have only moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40 feet right there.
Yeah, it has 50 feet of movement, so...
That's plenty of wiggle room if it was placed somewhere else. So, yeah, I'll give you the attack at disadvantage.
Certainly. I don't see... Hang on, I gotta pull a sheet up again.
Sure.
Of what it can actually do.
Do they have pack tactics?
No.
Sadly, no, they should.
Oh.
But it's also not usually an occurrence that you see 8 panthers, so kind of makes sense.
Yeah, about that.
Would you say that this falls under the guidelines for the panther's pounce ability? If the panther moves at least 20 feet straight toward a creature and then hits it with an attack on the same turn, it must succeed a strength saving throw.
Oof. That's a tough call to make because it can't see this creature. It had to
Correct, and that's why
scent
I'm
it out
asking.
and bump into it. So for that, since it does not have that sight and that intent to pounce, I'm going to say no.
That's fine. So that will still be a bite attack from the creature. That's not gonna hit anything. That's a 9.
That does not hit.
All right.
Like a cat whenever it's trying to play, like nip at you, like, hey, let's play.
Let's
Yeah,
play.
right.
Let's play.
Yeah.
With the
River's like, hey guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Alrighty then.
She just stretched
all
and
the
then her paw
Panthers
just stayed
have
out.
pushed
Yes, the
out in
Panthers
your
have-
orders,
Yes.
so their turn is finished.
Correct.
Okay. Isa, it is your turn.
Isa's gonna just keep an eye on Kelvin and Snow.
Isa, you look over in this and you see as Snow is just looking around, and then you just see her go, we need allies. And you watch as she kind of brings her staff up and holds her hand to the flower, and the flower actually seems to glow for a minute, and from it she pulls the druidic magic required, and she just flings it down, and you see from it rapidly just immediately sprouting, almost as if someone cast a high level enlarged creature. You watch this 8 panthers, right? 8?
Yep.
Yep.
8
At this
panthers
level, yeah.
just grow out of nothingness from a teeny tiny little drop of this arcane magic into full-size medium creatures. And she just looks at them, gives some command in druidic you do not understand, and they just go.
Isa will look at Snow. We're gonna talk about this later because I'm not fighting you. Secondly, I didn't do this again.
She just
And-
raises an eyebrow at him like, uh-huh.
And then Isa wants to do 2 things simultaneously. One, he wants to drag out the ice pick and slice it against his ribs as he pulls it
Okay.
to imbue it with the magic. And he's also going to pull the jar that contains the black ooze to see if it's in any way reactive.
Okay. Are you going to dedicate an action to pretty much interact with this item?
Yes, that is going to be my action.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Alright, 3 points of damage. Sorry, you said investigation?
Yes.
Alright. Would this be at advantage due to what it's about for my Blood Hunter feat?
Yes, good point.
Alright.
17, you can see it is almost free floating within the vial in this kind of double helix constant spiral before it collapses in on itself down the middle of the helix and comes back up and then back down and then spirals up and back down in just a constant motion.
Alright. Isa will steady the dagger and put the jar back in the bag and just call out, Veshkur, are you there? Please tell me you're here. And that's his turn.
Top of initiative with a 23. Pyre, it is your turn.
Fire, here's Isa. Says, Meta, I am. But I don't know for how long. And she rages.
Okay.
She takes a deep breath because she remembers the last time she raged like this. What happened? She rages.
Okay.
And then I go to attack the dude in front of me.
Okay. Roll to hit. $16. as you bring the blade down, he meets you with his own and actually knocks yours aside.
Since he like swung at her, do I get to shoot him? Or was that a defensive move?
This was more a defensive move. He wasn't actually striking to hit her, he was striking to defend himself.
Okay.
Gonna try it again.
17. As your blade is knocked back, you come back around. He matches almost like a mirror, matching your form, and meets you and locks you in place. This odd smile with these black, inky teeth and tongue just looking at you before he pushes it back.
Do I have any time to say anything in the middle of that?
Keep it short.
Matha, they're inky.
Okay. Gotta find my guys. I've got them all over the place. Okay.
You could always just not use them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Isa,
It was a shot.
as you are just
Do
putting...
the fireplaces give off any light, or no?
They do not.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
I will expand this creature so that everyone can see it.
If you just hit Z and click on it,
Z?
it'll just hit Z while you click on
There we
it,
go.
and it'll
Wait.
make it big.
Hold Z, then click on it.
It just got big and
just
then it.
click on it and then hit Z. Just tap it, and it'll make it big.
Oh, man. Handy. Today I learned. So, Isa, as you are there just putting this vial away, you see this kind of lanky, long-armed creature with this kind of shorter curved blade come around the corner. What languages do you speak?
I speak Scaredy Cat, Abyssal, Common, and Primordial. I also
You
speak
do
Nope.
Understand
I
the
speak nope.
root of the word that it seems to be putting out.
It's the scaredy cat. He's speaking scaredy
And
cat.
it just says, slay the descendants. In this kind of deep, primordial, guttural, but liquidy, like this weird, like when you drink a protein powder, it's like that dry chalk.
Oh, yum.
That's how it sounds as it speaks. And as it rounds the corner, it's going to make attacks against you.
Yo, let's do it.
Uh, 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
You take 7 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And then the second strike does not hit. As the first one comes in, it caught you off guard. You look, and with your blade, you parry the second one. It's the end of its turn.
Ow.
This one is surrounded by the Panthers, so it's just going to take attacks against them. 20 to hit your Panther 1, Miss Snow,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits.
for 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
On its second strike, it misses as the first one lands. The Panther was able to react and kind of lessen some of the blow. The second one comes across. It actually catches the blade in its teeth before almost wrestling it free, and it pulls its blade back. Next guy. Where are you at? Nope. Oh, you're over there. Actually, that is my mistake on that one, Tamriel.
Mistake
You
on
see,
what?
just south of you, one of these creatures as they come around the corner here,
Okay.
and he'll begin to make his way towards you. So that's
Okay.
he was already there. So if you want to
Right.
make an attack against him,
Wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. You were saying with the one down here.
yes, I still had him hidden, and I had not realized you stepped into the field of vision. So if you want to rescind one of your attacks against the other guy,
No, I probably would have fired. I would have fired both shots, especially if the first missed. I would have fired both shots at the one that was fighting
okay.
fire.
So this one's going to make its way towards you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He will move to meet you in face-to-face combat and take 2 strikes against you. That's not going to hit you. But that might. 16?
16 just barely hits.
Okay, you take 5 points of slashing damage. End of his turn. There you are. My apologies, y'all. I should have made these a little more opaque.
Can I use a free action to yell out? I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but that gloopy stuff that I got is moving.
That gloopy stuff.
Pyres,
Put that
you
away,
are
pervert.
engaged with this creature. You see a second one of smaller but more gaunt frame begin to come towards you.
Oh, he brought me a friend.
And as you also speak primordial, you just hear it just kind of look at you and just go, Descendant. And it will make its 2 strikes against you. That does not hit. That does not hit. Both of these strikes do not hit. As it comes up, you were ready. And you just quickly kind of deflect one with your blade itself, and then you don't have enough time to bring it back around, so you just actually let go of the weapon with one hand and block it with your bracer.
Okay. So Wonder Woman style it. Sure.
Essentially, yeah. This one here, as it has one of the panthers next to it, is going to take 2 strikes against it. That's not going to hit. Neither is that. These guys are single digits.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh.
definitely.
Oh, no.
I was going to say
Single
the Panthers
digits.
have low ACs, but
Oh,
Hang
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Since he hit fire, do I get to shoot him? So if it's
You are
anything
more than
hostile?
welcome to shoot him, yes.
That's the second one?
Yes, that was the...
Yeah, the one closer to the statue.
Yeah, the one closer to the statue. Go ahead and make an attack roll, please.
With my lightning bow.
holy shit.
Holy shit!
Oh.
She was excited to do that.
That is fantastic. What is your total damage on that natural 20?
Would she
Great
also
roll.
had Dread Strike on that?
Fuck.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Dreadful strike.
Dreadful Strike!
Yeah,
What
I didn't
is
have
your-
that on there.
Full damage amount here.
I
Oh
don't know.
my god.
Hold on.
30.
So much
That's 30.
math.
Is it 30?
Yeah,
Is it?
because Dreadful Strike crits too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
30.
So it's
30
yeah,
points of
it's
damage.
30 damage.
Please don't
Very
accidentally hit me with that bow.
Nicely done. 30 points of damage off a natural 20. Cathalia, as you have this new bow ready and the string, as you pull it back, you actually feel the smallest of little goosebumps down your fingertips. And as you bring it back to the nape of your neck and the side of your face, you can feel it. the energy just building, charging, ready, almost as if it has sentience to strike your enemies with its dreadful, dreadful attack. You take it back, take the aim, knocking it a little over Pyre's shoulder. You release the arrow, and the arrow just pierces right past Pyre, missing her entirely and striking a dead hole center into this creature, leaving behind about a hole that big in it.
Pyre does that meme where she turns her head and goes.
You can actually see the arrow in the ground from the angle, and for a minute, Pyre, you smell the ozone of the lightning, and you can, for just a second, trace a quick flash of that lightning back to Cathalia, where she has released the arrow. This creature is slain.
I'd say so. I hope so after that.
One shot. Get it.
Fantastic
Oh my
roll. Fantastic
gosh.
shot. Well
Hashtag
done.
ball, yeah.
Ooh.
I would like to say she one-shot that creature, not on her turn.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right?
essentially.
Yeah.
But
Right before it was about to be
speaking
her
of
turn,
turns, Kelvin, it
Get
is
wrecked,
your
nerd.
turn. Kelvin, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So Kelvin, heard the thing up by Isa, and
You
also
heard
the
that,
thing over
and
by.
you also heard in the distance what sounded like a much more muffled and smaller lightning strike.
Yeah. So I will come up next to 5, just squeezing right past and move up to where up here.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to take my my axe, and I am
Okay.
going to cast through my axe booming blade.
Okay, roll to hit.
So to hit, two-handed.
Okay. 14 does not hit.
14. I would I'm gonna use a help dice on that. See if I can get any closer. I'm
Okay.
feeling I'm pretty close. Take
For
me
an
to
18 total, that does hit.
So that's 13 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 5 thunder damage.
Got it. Anything else?
So seeing that I had a little trouble, and I felt some divine power to get me through that. I'd be like, they're stronger than I thought, and I'm going to actually quicken. Bless, and I'm gonna bless me, Snow, and Isa.
Okay. Snow, Isa, you are #blessed.
I'm blessed.
Attack rolls and saving throws. You get an additional D4.
All right, good turn. Anything else?
No.
Cathalia, what would you like to do now that it is your turn?
Do it again.
Because I'm on. Oh, I never actually moved because Tam was in the way. So I'm actually on the stairs now.
Okay.
I feel kind of safe here?
Okay.
Question mark.
Okay.
Would I be able to shoot the one engaged with Tam without harming him? Or would that be too risky?
It
I know I have a shot at the other one.
from where you're at, it would be a bit of a tricky angle.
Yeah, because you'd also have to point down as well.
Do it.
Headshot.
Oh yeah,
No.
Cam just goes fucking splattered everywhere.
Um,
Well, time for Joe to make a new character. Sorry.
Oh, it's already ready.
how? You said it's 20 feet down the stairs?
If you're at the top of the stairs, yes, it is a 20-foot gap from ceiling to floor.
I will shoot the one at higher.
Okay, roll to hit.
I will use my bonus action first to do Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
So this will have Hunter's Mark and Dreadful Strike. There it is.
He is marked.
19.
19. Hits.
Awesome. So that's a lot of math.
21.
Thank you.
I did the math.
That's a lot of math.
Okay.
And then I will shoot him again without Dreadful Strike. So that's only once a turn.
Correct. But you still get Hunter's Mark.
No.
But that does not hit.
No, it doesn't.
Aww.
Anything else?
I will go to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
And because that's 20. I'll go here. That's about 30-ish.
Okay.
Yep. And that's my turn.
Empire, you did not go reckless, correct?
No, not
Okay.
current.
Just checking. All right. He is going to make his strikes against you. Does not hit. That does not hit. That does not hit. Oh my gosh. All three strikes are just close, but not enough. So as the two of you, again, it's odd. It's almost like you're a mirror image of each other. As he makes his strikes towards you, you're making yours right back. And just clang, clang, clang. All three strikes, you manage to deflect them.
He gonna talk to me?
Tamriel, it is your turn. Snow, you're up
question.
next. Yes.
If I drop my longbow, would it still be a bonus action to draw my whip?
I would say no. Just know that it is there on the ground.
Right. I'm going to drop the longbow, kind of like, not toss it, but kind of like drop it behind me.
Okay.
I am going to draw my relic weapon whip. I am going to channel my radiance through it and cast Soul of Silver to make my whip both magical for overcoming resistance and silvered.
Okay.
And then I will make my strikes against the creature before me.
Alrighty
22
then.
for 8.
That hits. Give me a moment here.
Yep.
Next attack.
Second attack. 16 for 7.
16 does not hit.
Last help die. 20 for 7.
20. That'll hit.
And we'll Radiant Flash that too. So add a d6 damage to that 7. 3. So 18 total.
Alrighty then. Anything else for your turn, sir?
No, that's, I did all of that.
Snow, what you got?
Oh boy.
A lot.
All the options.
All the
It's
options.
amazing.
What would you like to do with your turn? Get this map pulled over here. So many creatures.
So many creatures. And it's so much to think about. So much. Yeah, we're going for it. Burn a wild shape away from everyone else.
Okay.
So Cinder's coming out to play. Right about
Where?
there.
And how large is that burst?
That
Not for the
is
books. The books.
I know. It's happening anyway.
Everybody was worried about me.
Never worried about
It
you.
was a 10-foot burst?
Each creature within 10 feet of the spirit must succeed on a DC dexterity saving throw of 15? Double check. Hang on. Yeah, 15. Or take 2d6 fire damage. It does not say about objects, only creatures.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
what
gonna
I'm
look to
betting
see if
on.
there's anything. Yeah. Just give me.
It might be more about the heat of the creature rather than actual fire coming off of it.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, if it's gonna hurt the surroundings, then I wouldn't do it. But I'm banking it on it says that it's specifically creatures.
It doesn't seem to, at a quick glance, it doesn't seem to state that it can, like, usually if something sets it on fire, it'll say, items not worn or carried are lit ablaze. That
Yeah.
text is missing, so until further research is provided otherwise, I will say it does not ignite unworn objects or items. We'll stick to the text itself. It is for creatures.
Now, because she is a wildfire spirit, she's just gonna chill out over there. And I'm going to take my own movement to come and flank this friend,
Okay.
which also gives me sight on this one. Kind of, barely.
A bit. You can see a bit of the form over there. As you come over there to get set up, you kind of, as you look, you can see, oh shit, there's another one.
Yeah. And that will be my turn because I don't have a bonus action I can really use right now.
Alrighty then. Isa, your turn. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I have
That's your Panthers. Please go
Right.
ahead with them.
So I am not going to have them act because I would actually have to communicate with them to do that. But they can move and defend themselves on their own. So
3 of them technically, because I believe I did 1 double strike and then 1 split up attack.
correct.
So go ahead
None of them
and make
hit
those.
anyway.
One of them hit.
One of them did? Okay.
One of them hit.
So that would have been this 15.
Make it disadvantage. This is in the dark.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I will do it again, just so that it's easy. Even worse.
Does not hit.
Cool. But I will have them move to flank because
Okay.
they would have the mind to do this. And they are set to take the dodge actions for any remaining attacks.
Got it.
That is their goal because I am not giving them a command.
Got it. This is complete your
And-
Panthers.
These two at the top. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45? I think it's less than that. 5, 30, 35. This one can help Pyre flank. Actually, let me double check that, because they're considered friendly. Does that technically also make them allies for
Yes.
flanking?
would think
I'll defer to Rick's on this one because I don't know off the top of my head, but if he says so, I would say then yeah. I
They
mean,
are-
they cost a spell slot.
came
They're a
from
material
you.
creature.
Yeah.
They're physically there, yeah.
This
It's
one
not like
is
it's
going
not like
to
the
go-
other one where it was spiritual weapon doesn't count because it's immaterial.
Right.
These are
Right.
actually
Okay.
material creatures you summon. So yeah.
This one is going to pass Pyre and kind of join Cathalia over there.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. These two
Oh,
are
it's like
coming
Kitty.
down here. And that's it.
Okay.
Done.
Gotcha. Isa, now it is your turn.
All right. Isa's going to look at this creature in the face, and in Primordial, respond back. Whose descendants? And he will pull out the razor blade from his back and swing at this creature.
With
Roll to
advantage.
hit with advantage, please.
Yep.
Have a hosted.
That's a 14 to hit.
That does
Oh,
not
hold
hit.
on, wait. I'm also blessed.
Yeah.
True.
Kitty. You are.
Hashtag blast.
16 to hit.
Is 16 your final answer?
16 is the final answer.
Does not hit.
All right. Going in for my second strike with my bonus action with the dagger.
Okay.
That is a nat 20.
That will definitely hit. What is your damage for this strike, sir?
So it's 2d8 plus 2. I don't know if it's going to roll it, though. Right, so hold on. Normal roll. Okay, it didn't roll it, so 5. So 9. Yeah, so 9 points of damage with the dagger.
Okay.
Is it just a regular dagger that does 1d4?
Yeah. It does 1d4
So-
plus 2.
Okay, so yeah, so then yeah, 9. But you don't have to roll for the second hit.
No.
It's automatically 4.
No, I have to roll. That second one is for the ice damage on the dagger. Because it's coded in my ice damage. Currently.
Okay.
So then you crit those dice rolls too. You haven't crit anything yet.
Oh, yeah, I haven't crit anything yet, so I gotta roll another 2d4.
Yep.
Oh, you add.
No, you
8
just add
to
the
it.
4.
Oh, just add the 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
For crits at my table,
we-
just so everybody can know kind of how I do these, this is a great moment to take here. When you crit at my table, I take all of your dice, max it, and then you roll.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, so 8 and 9.
17.
So 17.
17.
That is
17 off a
enough.
dagger is respectable.
That's enough to slay this creature from the damage it had taken previously.
And you just asked him a question. He didn't get to answer.
Do I
As
need
you
to
ask
remind
this
you I speak
question,
note?
You shank the hell out of it, and it cannot answer.
What descendants die?
As
Open up.
you notice now, you didn't see the other one die. As you shank this, everyone around watches as the creature hits the ground. It just...
Alright,
Your
and then
big ol' mess.
Ice is gonna move up and around. That's what, 5, 10, 15, 20. Uh, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
As you
There
turn that
go,
corner,
the
you
full
can
30.
see the two panthers beginning to engage on another one of these creatures.
Ice will stay there, and he will... Yeah, fuck it. He will take... He is going to Bloated Agony Blood Curse this creature, amplify it.
Does that take a action in common, or is that just at will? Is that just freebie?
Nope, that's
Okay.
just a freebie.
What is the saving throw I need to give, or none?
At the end of its turn, it can make a con saving throw.
I don't make one when it's cast?
Nope.
Okay.
I get at least one turn of it, and it lasts for a minute.
Okay.
So it has disadvantage on strength and dexterity ability checks, and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one melee or ranged attack.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. End of your turn?
That is the end of his turn.
Okay. Top of initiative, Miss Pyre. What would you like to do?
All right, so I'm flanked right now
Yes.
because of the. Okay,
that is
so
correct.
That means I get advantage.
You are welcome to strike at advantage and not sacrifice your own defenses.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
That hits.
Oops. Because I had to roll twice for advantage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, 26 definitely hits.
Yeah. That's slashing damage. Then
Does that
Does
also
that have your rage
rage?
tacked into it?
It does
yes.
not.
No, it doesn't have it in there. Sorry.
Got it. No, you're good. I got it. Go ahead.
Alright, my next stack.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
Natural 20, ladies and gentlemen. So that's perfectly max damage,
Or
too.
26.
26 max damage.
26
Okay.
total.
Just doing an honest day's work here, guys. Just doing an honest day's work.
As you take these two huge cleaves out of it, you actually break the weapon it's holding as it tries to defend itself, and it just takes a huge chunk. And as you do, you can, where normally you can see like a spray of blood and liquid, instead it's like carving through extremely densely packed butter or ink. It's still, you can slash through it, but there is resistance, and as you slash, there's just this crescent of this black
kinda
liquid
like-
behind your blade.
Kind of like just take a sword at like wet mud. Just like
Essentially,
it's
yeah.
compacted. Okay.
But you do notice as you finish your second attack and it's rearing from the damage, it begins to actually reform a bit, and the blade just
Okay.
reforms.
Hey. Nathan, they come back.
He's dead. This guy's turn.
Just kill him better.
Let's kill him better, he says.
Fucking kill you.
Well, it was that easy.
This one down here is surrounded by Miss Snow's Panthers. We'll take a strike at Panther 1 for a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that fucking hits.
7 points
Was
of
that with
damage.
disadvantage?
What was that, Rick?
He is
Was that with
dodging us, right?
advantage?
Yes, they are disadvantaged
19
from the
to
dodge
hit.
and from the flank. Still, yeah, that's
7 points of damage.
Yeah,
The second attack. It's a 14 to hit.
still hits.
And it's
Same cat?
5. Yes, same cat.
Okay.
It's 5 points of slashing damage.
All
Which
right.
ooey gooey guy is this?
The lower one, not the one cursed.
So Panther 1, unfortunately, is gone.
Okay.
No. No.
They only
End
have
of-
13 hit points.
He will be avenged.
You just hear meow. Oof.
Aww.
Why
The
does
one
it
next,
smell like catnip in here?
the one next
Just
to
like
Tam
that.
will make
Why,
his
but
attacks
the
against
entire
you.
party
Angry.
rages.
I don't know why, but I'm angrier for all of a sudden.
It's a natural 20 to hit Tam.
Oh,
Oh.
Yes.
You okay, Tasha?
Oh, just think about all the cat hair that's now in these books. God, Tasha, and you were worried about
they're
lighting the place
fake.
on
Okay,
fire.
That
it's
is-
fine.
12 points of
Like,
slashing
sorry,
damage
guys.
to you,
Not only
Tam.
do you get the cat
Yep.
allergy, but the Fae allergy too. Great.
Dang it.
On the second swing.
Fine. See if I heal your ass next time.
Uh,
I'm
22 to
saying,
hit?
I don't care.
How much?
22.
Yeah, I guess.
4 points of slashing damage. That's the end of his
Okay.
turn.
I mean, I did kick his ass too, I guess.
I've lost one of my creatures.
This may be a bad time to ask, but we're okay to kill these guys, right? I don't want Kelvin to be upset later.
Well, Kelvin
Anybody
was right
there?
next to you and something
You are
fell to
so
the
lucky
ground
I'm
as
nowhere
you
near
were
you.
Are you asking yourself as you're standing alone?
Yeah. Ice is just in the dark.
Guys,
Really dark.
Yeah.
He
I
knows
Did I
the
really
trauma
lose one of my
I've
tokens?
seen.
what?
I lost one of my creatures.
Is one of us
You
on top
have-
of it?
4 left?
If you hover over it on the turn order, it'll tell you where it is.
Panther ate it.
It did.
He's
Like, I'm taking you with me when I go.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Nom 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 nom.
Well, he said butter, and it was like, snack.
Ew. Can you imagine the Panthers just taking a bite out of a big chunk of butter?
Gross.
Just all in the... like trying to give a
This
dog
is
peanut butter.
super unfortunate.
It's
You
not
gotta
one of the
be
two dead
kidding
ones,
me.
is it?
You know what it may have been.
Okay, how many total did you pull out?
Wait, was it the one that she already insta-gibbed?
It may have been. You know what? We're gonna say it is, because I can't find him, so I must just forgot to kill him. He's dead now. Don't worry about it.
Alright. Cool.
Anybody have a count of how many enemies there is?
6. Well, there's 4 now.
The
No
one
one
that is
knows.
currently between
Yeah.
the two creatures and
Okay,
cursed by
player lane.
Isa's blood
Yeah,
curse
player.
will make its attacks against the North Panther.
6. Okay.
6, yes.
Oh, I know where that other enemy went. It was the dude from the bar. He bounced whenever Pyre knocked that dude out.
That was a
And he
9
saw
to
that,
hit.
He's like, nope, I'm out.
Miss.
You just hear the library
fine.
doors close.
That is a
If you don't want a
5
kiss,
to
pick it off my
hit.
desk.
definitely miss.
And
"Damn,
Isa,
she's
can I
back
get your blood right damage, please?
Not a problem, good sir. Here it comes. You bloated. You need to stop eating so much salt.
Can't stop,
You
won't
need to get
stop.
some oil out
That's
of your diet.
Whole lot of 1 damage.
Wow.
Oh my god.
You talking a
However,
lot of shit for no
Can I
fucking
register
damage,
1
bro.
damage? All right, got it.
For all of 1 damage. Hey, look, it's still got to make it save if it chooses to, alright?
Oh, that reminds Pyre of happy memories of the little chin that he did.
That is a.
I get stage fright when it comes to my damage, alright?
I don't
Get
think he
stage
makes
fright
this.
for a lot of things.
So, Kelvin, your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to move forward. Well, I'm not gonna step through the thing. It's kind of ucky.
Yeah. Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Like, oh, I don't like that thing. It's kind of.
As you're looking at it, you can see there's parts of it that just seem to be like distended and larger, but it's still also gaunt. It's just an awful looking sight right now.
Let's just. Ugh. And Toll the Dead.
Okay. What kind of save is that?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, this will go over so well. That's a fail.
That's horrible. So it takes 2d12, which is 8.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Versus the other roll, which is better at
Better,
if it
but
didn't
not
take
the
damage.
damaged one.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
How's it looking now?
Distended, gaunt, lanky,
Still gross looking.
annoyed.
Inky.
Yeah, inky.
Like, ugh.
Fire said.
Can you just die? And I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Kelvin's just annoyed. Like, hey,
I
I've got
really
my Taylor
am.
jersey on. I don't want stains, guys.
It's like I came here for answers, not a fight.
I just wanna learn stuff. Will you stop being so annoying? Just drop it right there.
What is your 2 hit?
My 2 hit is coming up right now.
Okay.
So the damage, if it hits on the first one, is a 10, but it is it's gonna say it's gonna cast it again, but it's not. So the hit is. Why is it not? Oh no, that was right. It was up there. It was Let me fix that. It was the 11 plus 3 for blessed. Oh. So, fun little fact. Spiritual
Mhm.
weapon gets the benefit of flanking. Only because, like, no. If I'm flanking the creature, never mind. So if I'm also flanking the creature, wherever I put spiritual weapon, it also gets flanking. But I'm
you
not
don't
flanking
get,
the
but
creature.
you don't
so
get flanking off of it.
No, but it would
Okay,
gain
okay.
my flanking if I have it. But I
Gotcha,
don't have it
gotcha.
right now, so no, it doesn't. So that is a 14.
Does not
14 to
hit.
hit. I figured that. And I'm gonna give myself that third level spell slot back that I didn't mean to cast. Okay. I'll be like, oh, okay. I am going to sit down in this chair.
Okay.
You got that, right, Isa? You got this.
Cathalia, it is your turn.
Shoot. Oh, wait. Dang it. I used my. Damn it.
What?
She's thinking about shooting Pyre.
No.
She's thinking about putting a hole through Pyre to get to it. It's like it's worth it.
Why would I? I can use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark, right?
Yeah.
I normally don't have to move it. Usually they just die.
You know why you want to do that? Because of what Pyre said whenever Tam showed up.
I mean, maybe. Okay, I want to use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark over to the guy in front of Tam, and I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
Because I don't have a good shot at the other one. But I'm also really annoyed.
Okay, roll to hit.
30, 20.
20 hits.
God, both siblings
17?
are annoyed.
Right?
18.
18? Yeah,
18.
18. And then I will
With the
shoot
additional arcane pulse from your lightning arrow is enough to fell the creature.
Dang it, I should have not done Hunter's Mark on him. Okay. So then... Let me see. Nope. Damn it.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go 5 over there and then there. And I'm gonna shoot the other guy.
Okay.
5,
Roll to
10,
hit.
15, 20, 25. Yep. No Dreadful Strike or Hunter's Mark because it's just kind of chilling.
Dreadful Strike you still get because it's a new creature, right?
Yes.
Do I?
Yes,
Oh.
it's a new target, so it does still activate.
Okay, then I will. Okay, that. Well, I don't think it would have hit anyways. It's 14.
14 does not hit this creature.
Yeah.
Anything else for your turn?
See, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm hiding.
Well, you're behind cover.
Yeah, it's hiding. But yeah,
Alrighty
no, I'm
then.
good now.
Yes. Pyre, you watch as this creature in front of you, and you watch as some of the ink and the vitality you have slashed off of it begins to actually crawl across the floor and reform into it. And it seems to stand a little hardier.
Okay.
And it's going to make its attacks against you.
Alright.
It's a 19 hit.
Mhm.
You take 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5.
Yep.
A 21 to hit.
That hits.
You take 11 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5. And the third swing does not find purchase. As it begins to break away from that kind of mirror fighting that you two have been doing, it manages to get 2 clean blows in before, as the third one comes around, you're able to bring the blade up and once again lock blades with this creature before you push him off.
Okay.
Tam, your turn.
My turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. One. 26 for 7.
Nice.
26 hits.
Magic Silver. 15 for 10 does not hit. Bonus action, 15 for 8 does not hit.
You are correct. As you come up on this creature, you get the first strike in well and a good center blow, but As the other ones come in, it actually turns the weapon around and uses that against its forearm to just block your whip.
And Sylvan, I will say unkind things about its mother.
Okay.
And your mother's one too. The buyer says that.
Snow,
In
your
Sylvan,
turn.
I will tell Tam to be nice.
The guy that's hurting Pyre, damn, Andy. You hate me that much.
That's
Bring the pain.
I'm gonna try. So I have to just double check my spells real quick.
Sure.
Bonus action, Misty Step. I'm gonna go 30 feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I can go over there.
Damn, it's like the tank.
Let me just double check this other spell real quick. I don't remember what level it is. There it is. Range of 60 feet. Sure. I need a wisdom saving throw from this one, please.
Absolutely. That is not going to beat your spell save DC. I say that with confidence. What
All right.
spell has just taken a hold of this creature?
Snow gets close enough to cast Dissonant Whispers at it.
Okay.
If it is deafened, if it cannot hear, it will automatically succeed on that save.
It can hear.
Okay, so it will take all of 3d6 psychic damage. 11.
Okay. And then there was another part to that spell, to where
It
it's
must use. Yeah, it must go as far away from me as possible.
on its turn, correct?
No, if it has a reaction, it has to move immediately.
Yeah.
It does. And since it's moving and no one's physically moving it, does that mean we get attacks of opportunity?
Because I also have Sentinel as well.
I
She has
believe.
Sentinel, so she would for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not like magically. He's not being pushed or shoved. He's
Yeah.
just being
No, he
pulling
is-
away.
moved.
Yeah,
He
he
is
is
frightened.
fleeing.
So yeah.
He's just being terrified.
Yeah.
Let me check something real quick on its conditions, just to make sure I don't miss over anything. 30 feet. Okay. Pyre,
Mm-hmm.
you watch as Snow gets close, and for the first time, you see an odd bit of magic come from her. Something a little more nefarious and harmful. You've seen her cast harmful spells before, but this one seems rather targeted. And her eyes flare their respective colors in that arcane tone. And you see as this creature just begins to try and bolt away. Since you have Sentinel, are you going to take the attack of opportunity against it?
Yes.
Roll to hit. It
Does
does not
Sentinel
move.
negate? Does Sentinel
Yes.
negate its ability to move
It will
if
be
she
locked
hits
in. Yes.
it? Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, man.
19 hits. Roll your damage.
So
And
I
that's
don't. So
not
since
with
it
rage.
did not.
12 is not with rage. Just let
So
you know.
14.
So 14.
So
Would
since
she
it
have
didn't move, I
advantage
wouldn't get my
because-
attack.
Correct.
She
You would
would have
not
had
get your
advantage.
attack.
She would have
Sorry.
had advantage. So
Roll
I
again.
would roll again to see if you get a crit.
I don't get to use it so much. This is nice.
No, it's all right.
Oh, I know. which is why I'm
Unfortunately, you
not
did not get the
Yeah.
upset about
crit.
it. Still,
As this creature goes to take off, Pyre,
Mm-hmm.
you make your attack against it.
Mm-hmm.
Describe it to me.
So more than likely, Pyre's like looking at Snow because she just like pops up out of nowhere, like, "Hey guys, what's up?" You know, and does this. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
for your perspective,
so-
so you get a good eye on this, you just
Yeah.
see Snow. She's 65, 70 feet
Yeah.
away. You see her just kind of reach forward with one paw, grab something, and yank it towards her. And suddenly, poof, she's 30 feet closer. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
And
pretty
so-
cool. And you've
more
seen
than
her
like-
run. She can move. She
Yeah.
spans the distance. And then again, you see that dual color arcane
Yeah.
magic flare in her eyes. And as this creature
So-
has its
It's
effects,
turning around.
starts to it begins to
I
turn
just-
and
I'm
run.
like, oh, shit. And I do like a kind of golf swing to it, where like
Okay,
I kind
then.
of up and just
Oh,
cut it from,
Seeing
like,
as the
here
creature
up.
would have had to turn to acknowledge the grasp of the spell,
Yeah.
it once again had to turn away. And as the huge telegraph of it drops this weapon, as it hits the ground, the weapon just sploosh back into liquid.
Yeah.
Telegraphing, shoulder turning, waist and torso turning. And as it goes a turn, you just drop the blade. There's an audible thunk as the tip of the weapon hits the marble floor, and the scraping of the sound as you carve into the
I'm
floor,
sharpening up.
up through the air, and sparks fly and thrown as the whole upward swing of that hard iron greatsword just and the bottom part of the creature goes for about a foot and then the top just falls. And when
You're
that
my girl,
happens,
Snow. You're my girl.
there's this little condensed orb of this black energy hovering right about chest level. And it's just and as that happens, the sphere that had surrounded the area just implodes on itself, harmlessly, but gone.
Did Tam, or because Tam's right beside me, did he see the little orb thing?
I would have say that those of you in the vicinity right here would have seen it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't know if that was just a me thing.
could I have used my reaction to reach for it?
Absolutely.
Or
Make a
to
dexterity
strike at
saving
it?
throw.
Dex save. $16.
16.
Probably not good
As
enough.
you go to reach for it, you actually grab it. And as it implodes on your hand, you take
Motherfucker. Fuck, I don't like how long it takes to even do that math.
You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing implodes on your hand, crushing your hand.
I did the math and it doesn't look good.
Oh, man. It was a calculated risk, and I was bad at math today.
Pyre, you
Robin
watch
looks
as
pretty upset
Tam
as a
grabs
finger hits
it.
him.
And as he does that and pulls it back from about the forearm down, his hand is just... It looks like someone took a ball-peen hammer and went to town for about an hour.
Pyre more than likely will probably just like all of a sudden like Tam, like oh my god, like
I
grabbing
will
his
drop
hand, like,
probably to my knees, like holding my arm against my chest. Whip is still in hand. I am not like... I am hurt, but I am not unaware of what's still around me.
Mm-hmm.
The threat is still possibly there.
yeah.
But now that this sphere has collapsed, do we have light again?
Everything seems to have returned to normal. You are
Are
currently
the other
out of
creatures
initiative.
still there? Okay.
Whatever force that was rapidly drawn in, they were also brought with it, which
Okay.
was the cause of the rapid implosion and the sheer force on that singular spot?
Pyre kind of like, it's like,
Ow.
I need help. Tam needs help.
Ow.
His arm.
Ow.
He did something stupid, guys.
Ow.
Tam? No, not him.
Kelvin would run over and cast Cure Wounds
1 second.
at
I need to verify something.
Oh, also, by the way, I should not have been able to move Hunter's Mark because the dude didn't die yet.
You can always reassign it, I thought.
I don't
Yeah,
think
that was a
so, not-
Tasha update.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it specifically says it in the thing. It only mentions moving it if the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends.
It might be one of the optional features that you can look into.
Maybe.
Kelly, I sent you a message.
Because
Okay. So, as I am standing over Tam, just kind of like, oh my god, what the hell happened? Like, you just grabbed that and like
Oh.
freaking out.
Don't touch the orb. Don't touch the orb.
All of a sudden, Pyre feels like just something is happening and like it's weird. And
Pyre,
I have,
you felt what it's like to cast
Yeah.
magic in the past. You understand what arcane means in the arcane sense.
Mhm.
What begins to wash over you is a sense of what you feel as divine and what it meant to be connected to the divine. So as you see
Okay.
fit, this energy is at your disposal.
When Pyre yells, I'll be coming around the corner of that bookshelf.
I
I'm
cast
behind.
lay on hands on Tam.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Kelvin, you're running up. You hear help, help. And then,
I'm
Cathalia, you
running
turn
over.
a corner and you watch as Pyre very cautiously grasps the hand. How much are you going to dump into this?
5.
Okay. You watch as this very small, warm, comforting, almost fireplace light emanates from Pyre's hands. And you hear one finger, 1 point realigns. The second point, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, all 5 points being used to realign the bone structure. There's still surface wounds and pain, but the core bone and the inner healing seems to have took.
So, as Pyre like all of a sudden feels this and she sees his hands realigning, all of a sudden she's like, I think I did that. She kind of goes back. She's like, what the fuck was that?
That was awesome.
backs up and a panther
Alright.
just looks at her face.
Still in a lot of pain.
Looking at the panther like, Panther, what is that? I don't know. Why am I talking to a panther?
I'll get closer and I'll like just like pat Pyre on the shoulder. It's like that was good.
What
That
was
was really
it?
good.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Nothing.
Is anybody here proficient with history or religion?
History, I think so. Hold on 1 second.
Not
History, yes, and religion, no, but I've got a 4.
Does anybody else have proficiency in history or religion?
I have proficiency in religion.
I need
Oh,
respective
yeah.
checks from the two of you.
I have half in both.
Nope. You're not learned.
Doesn't count.
Oh, that's a 20.
And a 16.
15.
Nice.
So from a textbook point of view, Tam, you've read about particular divine abilities to just heal on a whim. No arcane power to expend, no tier of magic to expend. It is just an innate
Well,
ability
in all
of
of
very
my years
particular
of
creatures.
traveling and adventuring, would I not have come across someone with that ability?
Honestly, I would say, given your history and your record, no.
Okay.
But you've read about it. For Kelvin, you have just heard about this, and this knowledge just seems to come to you. You're not sure from where.
Is this something that I could get a better answer if I had a higher roll?
Can you
never
take the
mind.
higher roll once you know?
Yes, I was looking at something. I don't have it on ability. Oh, no, I don't have it on ability checks. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Skip that.
You've studied religion a bit here and there. You have some knowledge of it. You definitely know that particular divine classes have the ability to heal just innately without the use of tiers of magic. That's what you know. As you look around the library, most things seem to be in order.
How are the people that were in the sphere with us?
Fantastic question for next week.
Okay.
That is where we will end.
Actually, I had that same question because I was going to determine an action.
Well, we will pick up right there next week. With combat concluded, well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the encounter I had built for you.
Oh yeah.
Good.
That was good.
I'm sorry I broke it on you.
What?
Said I'm sorry I broke it on you.
No, it's fine.
She's just got to randomly do that every now and then, you know?
Right.
Every combat has a place in every way, any method. Don't ever feel like you're ruining the experience for me, please. I build these for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. But we are going to end tonight's episode there. Thank you all so much for being a part of it. We're glad you're here. And I would say I'm just going to keep end announcements very rapid. I'm just going to talk about the very next thing we have going on, and that's going to be our Friday night campaign, The Temptation of Reldin, where I am joined. I get to be a player with Miss Tasha, and we're going to sit at the Knighted Bishop's table. It'll be presented right here on the PHG channel. He'll be sitting in my place, kind of. I don't really remember where on the screen he has his DM chair, but whatever.
He's like
Yeah,
down by Tam on our screen.
Either way, he'll be in the DM chair. I'm excited for it. Any teaser trailers for us there, Knighted Bishop?
Yes, we will meet our missing member of the campaign this Friday. And get ready.
Oh man.
And if you guys haven't checked out our TikTok, you will get to see an amazing thing that Argus did.
Oh
Yeah.
no. I can only imagine.
Yes.
Oh no. Well, anyways, all of you have a great rest of the night. Thank you for being here. We hope you had fun. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, come join our Discord and share this with everybody you know, because we just want to have a ton of fun and make sure everybody else has fun and laughs. But until then, we will catch you next time we're all here. Have a safe week and get out there and just have fun. And good night, everybody.
Adios.
Bye.